Factors influencing management, motivation, and performance of the workforce. Management, motivation, and performance are influenced by leadership style, organizational culture, rewards, working conditions, and how valued employees feel within the business. Motivation in the workplace. Motivation in the workplace is important as it encourages employees to work harder, remain committed to organizational goals, and contribute to higher productivity and efficiency. The impact of motivation on business performance is increased productivity, improved quality, lower labor turnover, reduced absenteeism, and greater competitiveness. Theories of motivation. The theories of motivation were developed by Maslow, Herzberg, Taylor, and Mayo. Maslow's theory of motivation is based on a hierarchy of needs, which means employees must satisfy basic needs before being motivated by higher-level needs such as esteem and self-fulfillment. Herzberg's theory of motivation is the two-factor theory, which means motivation depends on motivators such as achievement while dissatisfaction is caused by hygiene factors such as pay and working conditions. Taylor's theory of motivation is scientific management, which means employees are motivated mainly by financial rewards and close supervision to maximize efficiency. Mayo's theory of motivation is the human relations approach, which means employees are motivated by social needs, teamwork, and feeling valued at work. Financial motivators. The different financial motivators are wages and salaries, bonuses, commission, and profit sharing. Wages and salaries improve motivation in the workforce by providing financial security and rewarding employees for their time and effort. Bonuses improve motivation in the workforce by rewarding employees for meeting or exceeding targets, encouraging higher performance. Commission improves motivation in the workforce by directly linking pay to sales performance, incentivizing employees to work harder. Profit sharing improves motivation in the workforce by giving employees a share in business success, increasing loyalty and commitment. Non-financial motivators. The different non-financial motivators are recognition, promotion, training, job enrichment, and flexible working. Recognition improves motivation in the workforce by making employees feel appreciated and valued for their contributions. Promotion improves motivation in the workforce by offering career progression and increased responsibility, encouraging long-term commitment. Training improves motivation in the workforce by developing skills and confidence, making employees feel invested in by the business. Job enrichment improves motivation in the workforce by increasing responsibility and variety, making work more interesting and satisfying. Flexible working improves motivation in the workforce by helping employees achieve a better work-life balance, increasing satisfaction and morale. Techniques to meet skills requirements. The techniques to meet skills requirements are recruitment, upskilling, reskilling and training, outsourcing, changing job roles, and restructuring. Recruitment is the process of hiring new employees with specific skills and experience, which helps meet skills requirements by bringing in expertise that the organization currently lacks. Upskilling, reskilling, and training involve developing the skills of existing employees, which helps meet skills requirements by ensuring the workforce can adapt to new technologies and methods of working. Outsourcing is the use of external organizations or specialists to carry out certain tasks, which helps meet skills requirements by accessing expert skills without employing staff permanently. Changing job roles involves redefining employee responsibilities to better match their abilities, which helps meet skills requirements by making more effective use of existing skills within the workforce. Restructuring is the reorganization of a business's workforce and management structure, which helps meet skills requirements by aligning roles and responsibilities with current and future business needs. Training and development. Training and development is the process of improving employees' skills, knowledge, and abilities to enhance individual performance and support organizational objectives. Training needs analysis. A training needs analysis is a systematic assessment of the skills, knowledge, and competencies employees currently have compared to those required by the organization. The purpose of a training needs analysis is to identify skills gaps and ensure training resources are targeted equally towards areas where improvement is most needed. Types of training. The different types of training that can be used are internal training, external training, on-the-job training, off-the-job training, mentoring, and coaching. Internal training is delivered by the organization using its own staff and resources, which helps meet training needs by being tailored to specific organizational processes and culture. External training is provided by outside organizations or specialists, which helps meet training needs by offering expert knowledge and new perspectives not available internally. On-the-job training involves employees learning while performing their roles, which helps meet training needs by allowing immediate application of skills in real work situations. Off-the-job training takes place away from the normal working environment, which helps meet training needs by allowing employees to focus on learning without workplace distractions. Mentoring involves a more experienced employee supporting and guiding a less experienced colleague, which helps meet training needs by encouraging long-term skill development and knowledge sharing. Coaching is a structured and often short-term process focused on improving specific skills or performance, which helps meet training needs by providing personalized feedback and support. Effectiveness of training. Training is effective to a greater extent as it increases employee competence, confidence, and productivity, leading to improved organizational performance. However, training is effective to a lesser extent as it can be costly, time-consuming, and ineffective if not aligned with business needs or followed up properly. Performance appraisal. A performance appraisal is a formal and systematic review of an employee's work performance against agreed objectives and standards. Purposes of a performance appraisal. The purposes of a performance appraisal are to set individual and group targets, assess individual and group performance, provide employee feedback, and identify training needs. To set individual and group targets is a purpose of performance appraisal as it helps a business align employee efforts with organizational objectives and improve overall performance. To assess individual and group performance is a purpose of performance appraisal as it allows a business to measure productivity and identify strengths and weaknesses within the workforce. To provide employee feedback is a purpose of performance appraisal as it helps a business improve motivation and performance by clarifying expectations and recognizing achievements. To identify training needs is a purpose of performance appraisal as it helps a business address skills gaps and improve workforce capability. Types of performance appraisal. The different types of performance appraisal are self-assessment, management by objectives, rating scales, and 360-degree appraisal. Self-assessment is a type of performance appraisal where employees evaluate their own performance, and it is used to encourage reflection, responsibility, and employee involvement. Management by objectives is a type of performance appraisal where performance is measured against agreed targets, and it is used to improve focus, accountability, and goal achievement. Rating scales are a type of performance appraisal where performance is scored against set criteria, and they are used to provide a clear and consistent way of comparing employees. 360-degree appraisal is a type of performance appraisal where feedback is gathered from managers, colleagues, and sometimes customers, and it is used to give a more balanced and complete view of performance. Impact of performance appraisal. The impacts of performance appraisals on the individual are increased motivation, improved performance, and clearer career development. Increased motivation is an impact of performance appraisals on the individual as constructive feedback and recognition encourage employees to work harder. Improved performance is an impact of performance appraisals on the individual as employees understand expectations and areas for improvement more clearly. Clearer career development is an impact of performance appraisals on the individual as appraisals highlight progression opportunities and training needs. The impacts of performance appraisals on the business are improved productivity, better workforce planning, and reduced labor turnover. Improved productivity is an impact of performance appraisals on the business as employees are better managed and focused on key objectives. Better workforce planning is an impact of performance appraisals on the business as appraisals identify skills gaps and future training requirements. Reduced labor turnover is an impact of performance appraisals on the business as employees feel valued and supported, increasing job satisfaction and loyalty. Thank you for watching this video on the factors influencing management, motivation, and performance of the workplace. I'll see you in the next one.